Kawhi Leonard is in the news today because of a potential, though it is pretty cut and dry, it seems like, of a fraudulent company that he was either a co-owner or owned or was a part of to circumvent the salary cap of the NBA. And it is pretty insane, and it's going to be interesting to see what actually happens because of this, because there are examples in the past of how the NBA would punish people like this, but that was for like people that were mostly either role players or like they weren't stars. Kawhi Leonard is a star, and for the Clippers especially, he is the guy. He is the main guy for them. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they go along. We are on Sports Illustrated today. This is by Mike Cadillac. Thank you for the article. It'll be linked down in the description if you'd like to check it out for yourself. So the title goes, Report Clippers, Kawhi Leonard used fraudulent tree company to circumvent salary cap. Leonard signed a $28 million endorsement deal with Aspiration Inc. in 2022. So Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers might have to do some explaining to do. According to the evidence obtained by Pablo Torre, which he presented in the latest episode of the Pablo Torre Finds Out podcast, Leonard signed a $28 million endorsement deal with a now bankrupt tree planting company based in Los Angeles in April of 2022. The company, under the name Aspirations Inc., filed for bankruptcy in March of 2025 after its co-founder Joe Sangberg was arrested on fraud charges. Jeez, okay, I didn't actually know that part about that. That's much more intense. Just before we get deeper into the article, I'd like to remind everyone, please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. 95% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button. And if you would like support directly, please go over to my Patreon at patreon.com/thetechnojelly and join the credits of all these videos. A source told Terror that the deal with Leonard was put in place to circumvent the NBA salary cap, a claim that is further evidenced by Clippers owner Steve-Ballmer being one of the company's financial backers. And this is the official tweet. Exclusive: Kawhi Leonard signed a $28 million endorsement deal for a no-show job with a fraudulent tree planting company funded by $50 million from the Clippers owner Steve-Ballmer, according to documents obtained by Pablo Torre. It was to circumvent the salary cap, an insider source says. We're not going to be playing this clip because I just don't want anything to be claimed. And it's kind of long, so it's okay. You can go watch it yourself. It's on Twitter. It'll also be linked down in below. Among the list of creditors in aspirations of bankruptcy filings is an LLC under the name KL2 Aspired LLC, an entity that, according to documents, is managed by Kawhi Leonard. The pact the two sides agreed to says the company will pay KL2 $7 million over each year of the term for a total of $28 million, which is a lot of money. And I know, and the salary cap for the NBA is a big deal because it's them trying to make it so just because you have more money doesn't mean you have an advantage. Now, to be fair, having more money does give you an advantage overall, but at least not in pure salary cap. In terms of salary for the NBA team, like if you're in a big market, like you're on the Lakers or something like that, you're gonna get a lot of. I think that, I guess, endorsement or sponsorships is kind of like the right way. You do a lot of things for the things. There's tons of ways to make money other than the pure salary, but the salary cap itself is a help. Former employee of Aspirations Financial Department, speaking anonymously, told Torre that Leonard was the highest paid marketer for the company, yet he was never required to actually endorse them. Which is like, I think that's also the biggest red flag for me personally, because like if you're going to pay someone to be an endorsement or endorser of the company and they never do it, but they're still getting paid, something weird's happening. Because like the smallest deals, when you're being an endorsement of something, they are on you to try to make sure you do those proper endorsing. Like they always get on you. So that is a big red flag for me, at least personally. The single largest payment to an individual for marketing that Aspiration ever made has completely evaded all presses, the source said. He didn't have to do anything. Torre went on to find out that Leonard never once publicly referenced or mentioned Aspiration. Additionally, a clause in his contract states that if he left the Clippers, the deal would be terminated, which is very strange to have in a deal with the Los Angeles Clippers because they aren't involved in this tree planting company at all. So that is the biggest oddball. The Clippers provide the following statement to Torre. Neither Mr. Ballmer nor the Clippers circumvented the salary cap or engaged in any misconduct related to Aspiration. Any contractory assertion is provably false. Which of course that's what the Clippers would say, but I doubt that's what the NBA is going to say, because it definitely feels like this is a way to try to stop the salary cap, because there are deals that that are involved with endorsements or sponsorships or marketing deals, all that type of stuff. That happens with all NBA players on all scales. But for it to be not only in the contract, but also have the Clippers, was it the CEO, the Clippers CEO directly involved? Yeah, the Clippers owner, Steve Ballmer, was literally one of the company's financial backers and is directly involved. So that's probably the biggest like exclamation mark or red flag for me, because there's no reason he should be involved, or like, not that there's no reason, like obviously he can do business as he wants, but like it's odd that he is involved, and it's also in the contract. If he leaves the Clippers, that deal goes away. So it kind of makes sense in a lot of ways, and it's kind of obvious in a lot of ways. Like even for me, someone like me who is a watcher of the NBA and I watch a bunch of basketball, but I'm not super in depth or super in the know of specific contracts, that sounds like a shady deal to me, and it seems relatively obvious, but we'll see how the NBA feels like about it, or other people feel about it. And speaking of the NBA talking about it, they recently actually just put out a statement with NBA furious with Clippers over Kawhi Leonard allegations. This is written by Christian Wong. Thank you for this as well in the description. If the NBA doles out a punishment for the Clippers over Paul Tarb's Kawhi Leonard report, expect it to be a strict one. In the wake of Torre's bombshell report, the NBA is doing their due diligence on the matter and are currently investigating the case. Shams Karane reported Wednesday. SI is Sports Illustrated. Chris Maxson noted that the punishment for the Clippers and Leonard could be quite severe, as several execs around the league have told him. Maxson wrote, NBA officials are furious about these allegations. A source familiar with the league official office told Sports Illustrated, added a Western Conference general manager, bad for them, very bad. The NBA will be pissed about this. If this is true, the punishment will be worse than what happened in Minnesota with Joe Smith. That was the one I was thinking of, because Joe Smith was a role player. He wasn't like a star, but Kawhi Leonard is a star. Torre claimed on his podcast that the Clippers helped facilitate an endorsement deal between Leonard and the fraudulent environmental startup called Aspirations. That circumvented the NBA salary cap. Per Torre's reporting, Aspirations, which was financially backed by the Clippers owner Steve Ballmer, signed Leonard to a 4-year, $28 million deal in 2022 for a no-show job that allowed Leonard to pocket the money, $7 million a year, outside the league's salary cap restrictions. It's exactly as bad as it sounds, and the NBA is understandably not happy about Torres pulling back the curtains and revealing his incriminating findings. Expect more details from the league's investigation into the Clippers to come out soon. Yes, and I will be making a video on those investigations whenever we find out about them. But this is it seems like it's a just a shut-in case, or a complete 100%, yeah, this was for the benefit of going around the salary cap restrictions for Kawhi Leonard to keep him in the Clippers, because it seems that they just gave him more money. And I don't know how I feel about Kawhi taking this deal. I mean, I don't necessarily think it's his fault, but it is a shady deal, and he did agree to it, which is not a good thing. And it's not like he wasn't going to be getting paid anyway. Like, he is Kawhi Leonard. He is still going to be getting a lot of money. So I don't necessarily see the reason for even more money when you already have this and you don't have to risk getting caught. But I mean, he got caught, and it's going to be interesting to see how it goes down. And I will be following this and making a video on it eventually. Thank you everyone for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. 95% of the people who watch my video aren't subscribed. So I really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you liked it. Dislike it if you dislike it. I totally understand. You just heard my opinion. I would love to hear your opinion down in the comments down below. Once again, if you would like to join all of these nice people that have subscribed to the Patreon, please go over to patreon.com/thetechnojelly and join the credits and have some exclusive content as well on the Patreon. If you'd like to follow me on other platforms, I have a Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Threads. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye, everyone.